I know, guys. I can't believe it either. Spurs. Tottenham Hotspur have won themselves a goddamn trophy. I mean, I guess we were talking about this the other day. I guess I was kind of rooting for Spurs in this one simply because the misfortune of Manchester United just generally makes me happy. So the fact that they went down, not with much of a fight, but a whimper. I didn't actually watch the match, but 1-0. No, I was busy doing something else. I was actually involved. So I took the day off work today because I had a dentist appointment first thing in the morning. They were almost like it was two bottom table teams playing each other. Funny how that worked. So I had a dentist appointment. So I was going to take the morning anyway, or at least part of the morning. But then I got an invitation to, and I can't talk about the particulars of it, but I got an invitation to participate in a study, the ease of use of a certain piece of medical equipment. And for that, I got, for an hour and a half of my time, 3 hours if you want to count like all the travel time and whatnot, parking, getting to and from, For 3 hours of my time, I got paid more than I get paid in a day at work. So I took a day off of work, got PTO for it, because I've got nearly 3 weeks worth at this point. I got paid for a day of work that I didn't actually do. And I got paid more than that day of work on top of that, just to give my opinion on a piece of medical equipment. Not a bad life if you can get it. Meanwhile, I am watching the Philadelphia Union and the Pittsburgh somebody. I don't remember the name of the other team. Does it tell me? The Pittsburgh Riverhounds in the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open Cup round of 16. It's currently 1-0 to Philadelphia. Awarded a penalty they converted in the 16th. Yeah, so I'm taking off not the entire last week of July / beginning of August, but 4 of the 5 days. And I'm still going to have, because, so we have, we use Workday for our human resources system, employee management system, I guess we'll call it. And what you can do is you can look at the amount of time that you have at any point of the year. So I put in for this time, and then I said, okay, give me from August 4th or whatever day it was. How much time will I have left on August 4th? And it was like 121 hours still. Yo, Veggie, we earned it, man. Wait, are you being sarcastic? As a non-American, are you being sarcastic? Because I only got 2 weeks in my first year. And then I get 3 weeks every other year, but I can carry over. So I literally started this year with about 120 hours. And it really did come in handy. When I first started, my youngest was running track in middle school. And I literally every Wednesday, I guess, were the meets. Every Wednesday, I would take 2 or 3 hours off of work to go to these meets. And I was still earning more than I was using. 1 hour PTO for every 8 hours you work. Wow. Work for free? I'm still a little slow on the German uptake, so. Zach Paolo Paplica is concerned about his playing time. Okay. He's played in 4 matches. How many have we played? We played 16. Okay, so maybe that's slightly valid for the 30-year-old. How about like money for nothing? That's essentially what happened to me today. Money for nothing. I mean, you're literally surplus to requirements, dude. I really don't know what else I can do. You're expecting to be a fringe player. Work says you free. Some of the like want, need type of verbs still mess with me a little bit. Oh yeah. Yes, it was. So let's not go down that path here. Okay. Thank you very much. Potential issue with Paplika. Kurt Ruger's in the... Oh, no. Cole Andrade came with a similar concern. Oh, really? Fine. We'll look to sell him. We're not playing you anyway. We already got an offer from Volvik. What's he worth? He's worth $250. You know what? You're extra. I don't need you anyway. Now watch, all of these guys are going to get injured. And I'm going to be down to nobody as a DM. All because I agreed to sell Paplika for peanuts. No, so you're going to OKC. I got to scroll back up. You're going to OKC for a Magic tournament in July. Magic the Gathering, I'm assuming. And not the Orlando Magic. At the end of July, and I may have mentioned this on the last stream, but I actually did talk to my aunt about it now. I will be going to the Premier League Summer Series in Chicago, catching the matches at Soldier Field. We're in the quarterfinals of the DFB Pokal, by the way. I mean, I knew we won, but I didn't realize this was going to put us in the quarterfinal. So it's Leipziger St. Pauli, Bayer Leverkusen, Darmstadt, Bayern, Nuremberg, us, Hoffenheim, or Magdeburg. We are avoiding Bayer Leverkusen. We're avoiding RB Leipzig. I'm not pretty sure all of these teams are ahead of us. And we avoid Bayern Munich. Beautiful. Beautiful, as my grandmother would say. She wouldn't stretch it out like that, but she used to say beautiful. It's a Philly thing, apparently. Something that I never picked up. We are going to be taking on FC Nuremberg. They are currently in our league. Yes. Yeah, so we've got a Zweite Bundesliga matchup in the round of, or the quarterfinals, which I guess is the round. No, wait, quarters. So it's the top 8. I was going to say, I guess it's the round of 16 when I literally only saw 8 teams on my screen. When is this match going to be? Not until February the 3rd. Now, it did. Okay, so we got the one match in league against Kaiserslautern, and then got to have a bunch of friendlies before we're back in action against Werder Bremen. You hate FM24 more and more. Hey, Just Martin, how you doing? Selling players is impossible for you, and the valuations of your players fluctuate. Yeah. That is a big downside to the match. Now, to the game. Now, Betcha, I don't know if you're here on Sunday, but we are using the FM MatchLab 1.4 match engine now. So we're getting a little closer to realism, I guess. Things just happen in a bit more interesting way, which I like a lot. I like the fact that what I'm seeing in front of me has some... Oh, I got to clean this off. My mic is all dusty. There's more variety to the action. But I'm not only going to Chicago for... I know I'm jumping all over the place. Hey, guys, welcome back. It's Mr. Cellophane. It's my shtick. I can't stick on a topic once. I have not taken my ADD medication in a while, have I? I think I've missed a couple of days. Why don't we do that right now, shall we? Here we go. Normally I take it in the morning, but I haven't taken it. And it's obvious. So not only am I going, but I decided to look. So I've always wanted to, never officially. I never was like, oh, my bucket list is to go to all of the Major League Baseball stadiums around the country. But if I have an opportunity, I would like to go to a Major League Baseball stadium. Now, I've been to Wrigley Field a handful of times. Like 2 or 3 times I've seen Cubs games at Wrigley. So I'm like, you know what? Let me see if while I'm in Chicago... if the White Sox are in town. Because my plan is I'm going to fly in. I'm not going to rent a car. I'm going to stay in the city, which normally I wouldn't do. I probably would try to freeload it at my aunt and uncle's house. But my cousin, Rebecca, and her husband are currently living there. They haven't moved out yet, although they will be at the beginning of August. I didn't want to put anybody out. So I'm going to stay in the city, which means that I am basically going to travel by train. And this is the best part about Chicago is I can't think of a single place that I want to go that is not easily accessible by the L. The L is fantastic. Last time I was in the city, that's all I did. With the exception, I had to take an Uber to my cousin's wedding itself, simply because it was just too far off the beaten path. Pulls is unavailable. Vufok is on. I guess we're getting Vespa back in there, unless I wanted to put Malzahund. Which I guess I could have done. Korshi and Malzahund with, is Kava a normal guy back there? Yeah, I guess he is. Although, who is our normal guy? Really? All right, Oli Girth, we stuck in there for the cup. So Ruger's coming back in. Landazuri's been playing pretty well. 6-8-4 in his last 5 games. That's not fantastic. Not fantastic at all. But we're going to give him one more match before maybe we bring in like Nick Schweider. Roshal's going to be next to him. And then Unsold, Egloff, and Brody. They've got the nice connections going. I'm not sure if... Let's try this. Let's try Egloff on the outside and Unsold in the middle. Although I think we designed this around Egloff in the middle. 6'2" for Unsold. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, that is a little weird. I do have this... I mean, maybe it's because I have it set at 85% too. So I went to check the White Sox schedule, and not only are the White Sox in town, the White Sox are hosting your Philadelphia Phillies. So I am going to take my uncle, and I plan on taking my aunt, uncle, and whatever cousins are available to the matches. But I'm going to take my uncle, just the two of us, to go see a Phillies game. In Chicago. Not against the Cubs. Which means my uncle's got to get his ass down to the south side, but we'll probably meet up somewhere in the middle and take the train together. But it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be fun. What is back seven crap? Brooklyn Way. Who does he play for? That name sounds familiar. By the way, have I worn the Circle Beruga kit on stream before? Or was this the one I got like right after I stopped streaming for a bit? Yeah, I felt like it was on the top of my pile, so chip back post, Brody! Oh, it comes loose. Brody's got it along the baseline, has his pocket picked by Stegeman. Brody back to it. Stegeman knocks it away again. Cobb to Brody, Unsold turns, and a free kick is going to be given for offside. Kral looks to get it going. Unsold will drop it down to Brody. Out wide to Kaba. Far sideline. Malzahund in control. We played just over 75 seconds of this first half. Landazuri over the top. Does he have Aguiloff? No. Stegeman is able to cleanly tackle that ball away. Takes his man down. They do not call any kind of penalty. Bad turnover. Good result. Brody with the goal. It's HANSA Rostock 1. Kaiserslautern 0. Less than 2 minutes in. That was a little wild, wasn't it? Hey, Australia Dave is in the house. Terrible back pass. Kral should have gotten there quicker. Brody jumping after it. First shot on goal. First shot on target. First goal of the game for HANSA Rostock. Now I'm fine with no highlights moving forward. I'll take a 1-0 lead. I am not proud. Rochel, though, moving it to his left through the midfield. Plays it out wide. Aguiloff has to double back for that. He's got two men on him. Throws it in the middle. Unsold with the header on, and Kral able to make the save. We have widened our lead currently over Hertha Berlin. If results hold, we will enjoy a 4-point lead sitting on 38 points through 17 matches. We've kind of fallen off the pace just that little bit. Kaiserslautern in control. Ehlers ahead. Played for Bulish, and Konath makes the save. Oh, how are we doing with our... It's still a little early in the match to be looking at the ratings and going, oh, are they accurate? Do they truly represent what we're doing? As Koa blasts it over. Goal kick to FCHR. I feel like I shouldn't do that anymore. So, St. Pauli are in our league. Obviously, Nuremberg. Darmstadt was in our league. Magdeburg was in our league. So there was a better than average chance we were actually going to be taking on another Zweite Bundesliga team in that quarterfinal of the DFB Pokal. Egloff, Brody lays it back. He's taken out. Foul called. Felix Zweyer points to the spot. VAR is going to take a look, but they're going to award the penalty. And they have. Chance to go up 2-0. Looks like Brody. Nope, it's Unsold. Unsold gets the keeper to go the wrong way. His 8th goal of the year. HANSA Rostock 2. Kaiserslautern 0. I'm just surprised I don't use it all the time. I mean, obviously I do for this save, but you know me, I don't like just like plugging in. I mean, it's not a meta tactic, I don't think, by any stretch of the imagination. It is for us. I love the fact that we hit on something, we were able to make it work. Now, Rochel is he's feeling a little better now, but I'm going to exercise caution and put in Nick's fighter and make the one change at the half. Yes, I have. But we were playing this save when I was doing the off of the bottom series, and I never just plugged in. At least I don't think so. Maybe I did once. I think I just grabbed a tactic once because I was like, this team looks like it would work for this. Why start from scratch? But the other thing was, I was doing it at a time where I was playing so much FM and basically studying the game. I did, didn't I? But like I was studying the game to a point where like I had a true understanding of what I was doing. I feel like I've lost that a little bit over the last couple of months. Second goal of the night for Unseld, by the way. Oh, it was insane, the results we were getting from this. It still is insane, to be perfectly honest with you. I mean, and who knew that a 3-striker system would be so possession dominant? Or that it could. Like, even though we are kind of playing a possession style within the formation, you would think that within this formation, it would not work that way. Fanarik looking to push it forward. But, I mean, look how many guys we're getting back, though. Like, the defensive responsibility of our midfield is truly fantastic. Ehlers, Savage with a lane, and he missed it. That was almost like, you know, to pull it back to Everton, of course. That was almost like the goal that was scored by Iliman and Jaye this weekend. We're going to pull out Vespes. Svante Ingelsson. That's not really, like, he really doesn't play that position. Let's move Mausehund out. And we'll bring in Oli Girth. I mean, come on. Yeah, Oli Girth. I like me some Oli Girth. Which means we'll bring in Henkel as our DM. I mean, we're up 3-0. Let's get some guys some minutes in these legs. Now the question is putting Girth in that center back pairing a good idea for us right now? Egloff and Kaba have both been booked since we made those changes. Here's Unsold, this time to deliver from the corner. Looking near post. Ehlers can't clear it past Henkel across. Brody blasts it. And a goalkeeper gets his fingers on it. It's going to be another chance from the near side corner. In. Up. Mausehund over. Sommer clears it. Eze's got it. He's got two men challenging our back line, but unfortunately they weren't, for Kaiserslautern that is, they were not able to move the ball up any further than that. Alright, our striker's a little tired, but who cares? The game's about to end. Mausehund in control. Quarshi will wait for the final whistle. HANSA Rostock 3, Kaiserslautern 0. And another victory for the good guys. I think it's our first time scoring multiple goals in a match in a little while. I don't remember putting Australia Dave to work too much in our last stream. Either that or he fell asleep in the middle, which I wouldn't blame him. Not that we were on for like a super long period of time, and it's probably going to be very similar today. I actually almost didn't stream tonight. Change of weather was a big part of that. Like I got back from, on my way back from the medical study, I stopped by one of my favorite cheesesteak places, grabbed myself a cheesesteak hoagie. If you've never had a cheesesteak hoagie, I highly recommend it. It is a cheesesteak with mayonnaise, raw onions, lettuce, and tomato. And it is phenomenal. I'd never had one before. I was like, was I in college or was it right after? I guess it was right after college. I was just hanging out with friends because my one friend had an apartment. His dad had passed away, so he'd sold the house. He wasn't gonna the house was just way too big for him, so he got this apartment right around the corner from where he went to high school. What do you want, dude? You're a fucking backup. No, I'm keeping you as my backup. Although, do I really need a backup? Really? We should probably schedule some friendlies too, just to keep fresh here. Oh, I can't during the holiday season. Should we do like a little test game against Kaiser? No, wait, we just play Kaiserslautern. Nuremberg is who we want to play. They're not available. Let's do no, we're actually playing against Werder Bremen for real. Energie Cottbus. That's who we're gonna play in our little friendly match. We also have to decide what moves are we gonna make. How is this this fucking game, man? How is this shit an excellent intake? How is this an excellent intake? Literally, like the very definition of even this, our best category are the wingers, which we don't use. The best category are wingers, and that's a C. Nowhere in the world does C equal excellent in any way, shape, or form. So this is absolutely ridiculous. I want my money back on my my youth, my head of youth development. Ooey. To be fair, Ooey is freaking mediocre. He's head of youth. Did we even? No, we did. We've got a full staff. Why is he so bad? Did we give him this job? We may have given him the job. Essen are chasing a deal for Malzahund. Albersdorfer just left his agent. I probably would too. I mean, if I was fourth string goalkeeper and not doing anything, he is potentially a decent Dritte Liga player. I still can't believe we shut out Mainz. We shut out Kaiserslautern. You're right. We've let up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We've allowed 7 goals all season long. Because I'm a what? How do we pronounce it? Tactical genius? Yes. Yes, I am. Ooh, Honey Badger's live. I have not seen Blake in forever. Not that he hasn't been. I'm just, I am going to decline to discuss the stories about him going. By Zach. Tactical genius. I am a tactical wunderkind. Yes, I am. So my question is, what are What Genios? Geniaos? Ariza's now developing concerns. Tactical savant, yes. So, all right. So here's the thing: we've got a 3-striker system, and our 4th striker is upset he's not getting enough playing time. His actual playing time is an impact sub. We did say he'd be a regular starter. Let's look at all the guys we got there. So Brody is I thought I had this. I thought I had their playing time expectations on this screen. All right, Maxime Brody, breakthrough prospect. He's 20 years old. And he is apparently outperforming. Hey, what's up, HD? So I didn't watch the whole highlight thing because I got distracted. I had to do something else when I was at work. But I did that first goal. Like, the first goal said it all. Like, you knew when that first goal went in, 6 minutes in, that match was over. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, you can go to the Discord in the general tab, I want to say. Where is the general tab? I don't even know my way around my own Discord. Oh, because I had the general stuff condensed. No, it's not in the general tab. In the football non-American style tab. Which is a mouthful. Is the Sonderjyske Lyngby highlights from last week. Excuse me. Phillies with a 2-0 lead over Colorado, by the way. And it was a 5-1, not in Lyngby's favor. The women's who is playing in the women's UCL final? I did not know that. By the way, I will watch it if I am Barca Arsenal. I'm not going to watch that. Screw them both. No. I bet I recognize like half of the names on Barca just from playing EAFC. There's a definite Barca bias there. All right, so there's Brody. Andretti's not really playing. Unsold, regular starter. He's got 7 goals, 3 assists, and 17 starts. So it's really Samuel Unsold has been like there the whole time. And Lilian Egloff is the other guy. 15 starts, 5 goals, 1 assist. Outperforming his XG. Not in the DFB Pokal. He is injury prone. Individual training workload very light, really. Fascinating. Why do I have him as an advanced player? Oh, this is a problem. Let's do that. I can't believe that, like, on the one hand, yay for Spurs for finally getting themselves off of the schneid and winning a major trophy for the first time in forever, if not forever. I don't know what their track record is. I just know it's been a really, really super duper long time since Spurs have won anything. That's the good thing. The thing I can't believe is that the team's sitting, 16th? In the Premier League is going to be in the Champions League next year. Here, I'm trying to pull up the Premier League tip. I'm sorry, the team in 17th place. 17th place in the Premier League. Team finished, now granted, 13 points ahead of relegation in Leicester City. A team that is following Manchester United, the garbage fire that are the Red Devils, that's following West Ham, who are underperforming like absolute crazy, the team behind Wolverhampton Wanderers, who were favored for relegation, to be honest with you, before we realized just how bad the newly promoted teams actually were going to be. Behind Crystal Palace, guys. They're behind... No, FA Cup winning Crystal Palace, who, by the way, doesn't that mean that Crystal Palace is going to be in the Europa League? The FA Cup win, or is that Champions League? Oh, absolutely. Crystal Palace, the second half of the season has been phenomenal. Punching well above their weight. But the fact that Palace in 12th on 52 points. Wait, let me do a little math here. Palace is the same distance away, points-wise, from qualifying for Europe. In fact, they're only 1 point separated from qualifying for the Champions League through the league than Spurs were from getting relegated. And oh yeah, Everton is in there. I was saving Everton for last, because that's the least incredulous of it. Bournemouth, who kind of has fallen off as of late, but has had a very good season. Bournemouth finished ahead of them. Fulham finished ahead of them. Okay. Yes. I get it. But yeah, that was tragic. Now, the thing I don't agree with you, not me, is that, like, I didn't like that the Champions League teams dropped into the Europa League, because then it kind of made... Yes, you wanted to obviously earn a spot into the Champions League, no doubt. But then the teams that did actually earn a Europa League place, and remember, not every league, every country even gets a Champions League opportunity. For some of them, Europa League is the best you can do. And then to all of a sudden, no matter how well you're doing in that tournament, all of a sudden maybe coming up against Liverpool or Barcelona or any of those teams that maybe weren't doing as well in the Champions League, to then get Champions League the following year by just running through a lesser tournament. Leave the lesser tournament to the lesser teams. And that's what I'm saying, not me. While I don't feel Spurs really deserve a spot in the Champions League, keeping Man United, who, even though Spurs have kind of been a dumpster fire this year, obviously grossly underperforming, especially how they started. Like, remember, the beginning of the year, Ange Postecoglou was a genius. So that's a precipitous fall. Man U has just been fun to watch from start to finish. And that's also... So here's the hilarious thing is, those two teams treating the league they did because of the playoff, because of, what they were doing in Europe, is the most American sports style thing that they could possibly have done. Throwing the league to improve your future fortunes. Making games in the league completely irrelevant. Why is he not like the training session? Am I not doing... There's no fucking training, man. Bow, bow, bow. Yeah, but it doesn't taint... HA, it doesn't... Does it taint it like a little bit? And that's where this is actually very interesting, that the Spurs this year, I was going to say the Spurs, but that's wrong. Spurs this year won Europe in a year they didn't qualify for Europe. So they won a tournament that was earned by last year's Spurs team. Oh, no. Yes, absolutely. I thought you were using the injuries as an excuse. I didn't fit. My mouth opened before I read your entire comment. Aaron Opoku doesn't like training. Maybe he should train better. I mean, he's not even playing, is he? He's not even playing. I think training should be the least of his worries. Kurt Ruger, that's a bigger problem. Ruger is playing. Now I'm going to praise your training. Oh, so this is interesting. I forgot we were doing this, guys. This just reminded me we were converting Kurt Ruger into our right back. Ruger was doing that. We were training Ruger to be our right back. If we didn't get that news message, I never would have known. I don't know if I have to. Oh, you're not talking to me. I don't know what I'm going to do in the transfer market. Man United needs a new keeper. Man United needs a complete overhaul. They need to raise that shit to the ground. Although there was a very interesting list that I saw. I guess it was on Threads. I see most of the Everton stuff on Threads, or I see it on Facebook and then it takes me to Threads. There was a list of all of the players in the Premier League who are going to be out of contract. Jorge Garcia scored for Pittsburgh. It's now Union 3, Pittsburgh 1 in the 63rd minute, second half action from Subaru Park. I lost my train of thought there. Oh, so it was a list of all of the players that were being out of contract. The longest list for any team belonged to Everton. Now, part of that was apparently João Virginia is going to be out of contract twice. Grobbelaar type? I'm not familiar with him. Oh, God, I'd love to see us win against Liverpool. Wait, whoa. Ashley Young's leaving. I think Seamus Coleman is going to ultimately leave as a player. I think that was pretty, him only lasting 20 minutes in Sunday's match was disappointing. I do think that Seamus is going to be retained on the coaching staff for this coming season. I think it would be absolutely ridiculous if Everton were to truly part company with Seamus Coleman. Ashley Young, he ain't that anymore. Ashley Young was on that list. Abdoulaye Doucouré has basically already said that he was out. Obviously, we've got the loans that are ending, and they weren't part of it. These are just regular guys out of contract. Finally, thank God, we're going to be officially getting rid of Neil Maupay. We're going to be getting rid of Mason Holgate officially. I don't have the whole list in front of me. I'm trying to run through the guys in my head. Obviously, Jack Harrison, his loan is going to be ending. Charlie Alcaraz, his loan is going to be ending. Dwight McNeil's still going to be around. Lamont Ndiaye. Not shame. Nathan Patterson is going to still be around. Mikolenko. Michael Keane is on that list. So Everton is definitely going to be. I think Leighton Baines gets right. I mean, Leighton Baines was handed. Baines and Coleman were handed the reins of that FA Cup match that they happened a couple of hours after they let Sean Dyche go. And at the time, I actually disagreed with the decision on Dyche because I liked what he had done with the team as far as getting them kind of pointed in a singular direction. There wasn't the same kind of lack of discord, the same kind of discord that we had maybe seen before. But I didn't realize how much I hated his style of play until David Moyes took over. That first. I've never seen Leighton Baines play. And I will admit, so I've told this story before. When I literally started supporting Everton right around the time I first started playing EAFC. Well, it was still FIFA at the time. FIFA 21, I believe. And so I did do a career with Everton. And before I really knew what I was doing, both in the game and out of the game, I did let Coleman go. Now, in real life, I never would do that. Seamus Coleman was always going to be the hardest work, and whenever he was on the pitch, he was going to be the hardest working man on the pitch because he knew he wasn't the best player out there. He knew he wasn't probably even in the top half of the best player out there, but he was going to play his ass off. He was Larry Boa. Throw in a baseball reference. Not the greatest shortstop to ever play the game, but damn did he put it all out there. Oh my God, if I did that in real life. I didn't even do that when I played them in the beta. 18 years ago when FM24 first came out. Oh, I kept Seamus. As long as I could. Oh yeah, I would totally get absolutely destroyed. It wasn't until and even before like these last couple of years where he's kind of achieved a more legendary status. Deal with this, Nick. He's not going to do it. This never works, guys. This never works. Why did they even give you the option to have a player resolve somebody's unhappiness? Because it never frickin' works. Now I got to talk to him about it. I can't drop unsold. Oh, okay, good. And that is why I am very happy to be an Everton supporter because like that fan base is incredible. Oh, really? It worked in FM22? I didn't start until 23. So I'm used to certain things not working at all. Now, here's the thing. Like, I'm actually still training. I can now schedule friendlies. What the frick? Oh, we gotta play a friendly against Rio Ave, don't we? I think your first one was 21 near the end, 22 your first proper one. You used to play console and you play on PC now? All right, we're going to be taking on our old team in a friendly coming up. Are we managing our friendlies? We are not. Okay. And I never saved the training thing. Damn it. Everton's in the championship for your save? No way. See, that's criminal. Jose Silva has rejected a contract from Kristiansund. So this is the question. Do we just scout this guy? Yeah, well, I mean, we'll scout him. Like, I literally just went through this whole thing about how we're training what's his face Ruger to be a right back, and then as soon as a shiny new right back gets put in front of my face, I go, "Ooh, let me scout him." You know what I'm a little ticked off at, and this is an EA thing. Is why can't they make NHL for PC? Like, of all of the EA games, I mean, obviously Madden is the GOAT, but like, I absolutely loved playing NHL, but I don't have a console right now. That may change down the road, but they don't make that game available for PC. Why? Why not? I mean, I know why not, but I think that's cutting off their nose to spite their face, though. I used to have long time ago, and it wasn't very good. There was an NFL manager, at least an NFL coaching game. It was very rudimentary as far as the interface was concerned, and because it was all text based, it was kind of hard to see what was to really get a foothold on what was going on and how effective certain plays were, especially how effective like your line was, for example. That was always difficult to ascertain. Yeah. He doesn't like the training. Ruger doesn't like the training either. I get it. I get it. But you know what? I'm not in charge of training anymore, so should be okay. All right. Hang tight, everybody. I'm just going to go refill my coffee. I will be back in like 2 shakes of a lamb's tail, however long that really is. Okay, probably a little longer because, I got to like go downstairs and stuff. So hang tight. We will be right back. I promise. They made it now Kermit the Frog and Josh Allen would be the most OP players in the game. Aren't they kind of in real life, though? Svante Ingolson is starting to miss home. When did this start happening? I don't remember this in the early days of FM24. I feel like this is a more recent phenomenon. Where all of a sudden players get to be 32, 33 years old, and they're like, I want to go home. I miss my country. Now watch, I'll go to sell him. And he'll go anywhere but Sweden. Ooh, well, you got to let me know who you get. I'm wearing one of my more recent mystery kits. That is Circle Brugge. Club Brugge would be cool, but Circle Brugge? You one now ended up in Norwich. I don't hate the Bills. The last time I played Madden, I did like a manager, not a series. I wasn't like doing like YouTube or anything. I did career. Oh, okay. I mean, not that I could afford to have Ingolson go. That's the thing. I'm happy that I've got Circle Brugge because this is for me. This is a random team. I forgot to do my little trick. I noticed I hung up there for a second. There we go. That should be better. What about the NFL breaks your brain? I mean, Jonah, like what? Yes, I realize I do have 6 strikers. I mean, I guess I grew up with the NFL, so like it doesn't break my brain. Like I completely understand it. Let the water hold me down. Water flowing underground. If to the silent water there is water under. All right, these are my starters, right? What happened to my... Like, all of a sudden they don't know how to play with each other? Jeez. Ba-doom, boom, boom. You want to find when you play the game, different options to click and making actually work just hurts me. Oh, like when you're like playing like Matt. Oh, okay, I got it. But they were so they were like this, and they had the connections, and then under the rocks and stones. See, I don't want Egloff in the middle. I think Egloff is better suited. No, I know he was. But then for the last match, I switched it, and the lines were still there. Like, why do Unsold and Brody only have a connection when Egloff's in the middle? But now it's all gone. And there, they've got a connection when they're not both. So I reject your hypothesis. I do want to do a quick pick here. Malzohin's going to come off though. We are going to play. Where is he? There he is. We are going to play a Ruger. I guess Pulls will be there. Svider, really? Egloff here, really? No. Let's go with Jonah Clemens there, but obviously let's believe Landazuri in his regular role. Unsold Brody Ariza. This is just for the that's it's just for a friendly. Wait. So this guy's a goalkeeping coach for us, but he's actually going to take a job at Jan Regensburg as a U19's goalkeeping coach? That's ridiculous. So here's I'm going to give you a little trick, HD. Not a trick so much. But be mindful of those types of things, because remember, especially if you have it set up, I'm going to say properly. No, I think that's cool. Is trying to limit the formations that you use. Like pick like 3 or 4 to start off with. Now you can run. I mean, there are a dozen or more plays in each formation. That way you get used to the personnel. You get used to who's going to be where. Oh, he's only 25? I will re-sign Malzahund. As an important player. Oh, hell no. Ooh, if I'm paying you $10K, we're going 5 years. So which one player are we talking about? So I don't know a lot about Marseille, and I'm not going to lie to you. I love my Marseille kit. I do. I just think it's beautiful. In fact, I'm going to go get it. Yeah. But look how gorgeous this is. This is beautiful, man. I mean, it literally is pretty, like dark blue with the light blue lines going through, the white stitching here, the white collar. Like, wait, he plays for them now? I thought he would. This is how out of touch I am. I didn't realize he was not still at Getafe. We beat Rio Ave 2-1. I was unaware of that fact. But I will always say, I every kit I own, first off, the only one I actually purposefully bought was Everton. Although I am considering going out and just getting a Philadelphia Union kit. So I have one. I'm going to sneeze. So each kit I have, it's not an endorsement of the team. I love my Aston Villa kit, but I'm not. I don't cheer for Aston Villa. So I will wear this particular kit, not because of any player, past, present, or future, but because I like the way it looks. I wear them. I don't like Bayern Munich. I've got a scarf behind me, and I've got a kit of theirs, which I wear proudly. Why? Because it's a cool looking kit. And I'm not taking down any of the scarves because I need them to fill out the background. And I do have a problem with that, with actually rooting for a team. And I know for a fact that Everton never will. Because of a certain gentleman, I use that term very loosely, a certain player who used to wear the number 10 for Everton, who was referred to for the last couple of years as that guy who wore number 10. Because of very similar issues in his personal life. I wonder if he ever got a job. Excuse me while I actually look him up. All right, he actually played. Okay. So you know what, Oh, it wasn't HD. I'm sorry, it was Martin. So the Everton player I was thinking of actually went and joined Lyngby for the 23-24 season. Played for Valur last year and is currently at Víkingur, I believe, in Iceland. Yes, Víkingur Reykjavik. His native country. But because of Quarshi and Ruger, yes, he was a Spur from 2012 to 2014. Spurs, then Swansea, Everton for 5 years officially. And I started supporting Everton in 2021, and I've never actually seen them play. Oh, CHD, you weren't around in the stream back then. Nami can attest to this. Now I'm trying to remember when it was. Nami, was it my FM23 Journeyman or FM24? I guess it would have had to be FM23. We were doing our Journeyman save, and we got offered the job at Bayer Leverkusen. No, it was it was when we were doing the Malaga save. We were doing the Malaga save, and we actually got offered the chance to interview at Bayer Leverkusen. So I created a save point, because the whole point of that save was to just stay at Malaga, so I wasn't going to take any interviews or whatever. But I was like, Bayer Leverkusen may be interesting. So we created a save point and accepted, yes. I accepted the job, got there, saw he was there, tried to play the save, tried to sell him, which I don't think we were able to do. Tried to play the save, just, keeping him along the fringes of the team, and I just couldn't do it. I think we lasted one stream. If we lasted an entire stream. I literally said, you know what? No, I can't do this. Rebel, what's up? No. Get those at the Wawa down the street. It was just like I saw it and I was like, Nami can tell. I mean, of all that, and I only call on Nami obviously because he's here most of the time. Like you could watch my heart sink. I was so disappointed. I just rather we're playing not one but two Croatian sides. Robert Hoffman is playing for Erfurt. Rot Weiss. So their name is literally Red White Erfurt. Rot-Weiss. Like, what this is... I did for a couple of months. I had personal stuff go away, the biggest part of which is my mom passed away at the beginning of April. So I just kind of didn't really feel like it. So he went from being our goalkeeping coach to the U19's goalkeeping coach at Jan Regensberg, who... Well, hold on. I want to get to like the regular team here. Who are currently... Well, they're in 6th. Guess it could be worse. Oh, thank you, Al. It's better this way in a lot of ways. And I don't say that to be cold. She suffered from Alzheimer's, advanced dementia. Her body was shutting down on her. I have a picture in my phone. It's actually, it was my profile picture for her. Like would come up when she called. It was taken when my middle child, who is now 19, was like 2 or 3 at their birthday party. Not party, like we had a birthday dinner. This picture was actually, I remember taking the picture. The picture was taken in my parents' dining room. In that picture, which again was taken 15 years ago, my mother looked like she was 45 years old. Now, my mom passed a month prior to her 75th birthday. She went from looking like she was 45, maybe 50, to looking all of 75 in the span of 2 years. She had no idea who I was, who her brother was, who my brother was. It was, yeah, she was in a wheelchair. She couldn't, I can't remember the last time I had an actual conversation with my mother. Like a true, even one that was kind of a conversation. She would mumble gibberish. All right, let's give him a target. Oh, he didn't like that. See, I don't want to... See, here's the thing. I don't want to threaten, because if I threaten and he says, okay, fine, then I have to sell him. Like, it creates like a promise. Did this one create a promise? I hope it didn't. No, the only one was to sell Paplika, which we did like immediately. And there are other aspects of it that I'm not going to get into that are just beneficial for the whole family. Oh, this is the guy I was looking at. Oh, he's out on loan? Son of a bitch. Philadelphia Union are moving on to the quarterfinals of the Lamar Hunt U.S. Open. 4-1 winners at home over the Pittsburgh Riverhounds. Who's Till Balot? He's on our B team. Fast little bugger. I think I love her. All right, this guy's fast teacher's not very good at his job. Good to know, duly noted. Daniel Puls is showing progress. I like that. Yannick Malzahund is going to miss the next 1 to 3 days with a tight thigh. When your nan asked you to bring her a shot of whiskey when she was in the hospital, I mean, at that point, maybe just do it. Look how Landazuri is just training like a beast. You are not. Opoku, you know what? I'm going to criticize you even though it may not be the best thing. I will back down. And Yannick Malzahund has committed his future here, so don't have to. Oh, now Landazuri is ill. 3 to 4 days, I'll send you home. We're on break anyway. Happy Christmas! Whoa, back down. Rijeka Energy Cup. We still have like 3 weeks of pre. We look at all this stuff we've had to deal with, and we're not even in the transfer window. Am I glad that I have no more parents? Absolutely not. Am I happy that my mother is no longer suffering? Yes, I am. See, they always hate that. I'm glad I got them to be conciliatory. We could part with unsold. Oh, he's only 6 months. Let's trigger the extension. Although, I mean, honestly, all right, we'll confirm Kaba's going. Focus your thoughts. While Unsold is doing a nice job for us this year, is he truly the future for this club at striker? I don't know. Are we the future for the club? Who knows? We're 6 months away from thinking about whether we're staying or not. Wait, I wonder if this works. It does not. Try a little Excel shortcut. Did not work. 2-1. We beat Rijeka. I mean, we are a second division team. Yes, we are a second division team in Germany, but we are a second division team that is consistently handling top flight sides elsewhere. And I am very, very happy about that. I'm also very happy about, we seem to be getting ourselves quite a nice audience today on the YouTube side. So I want to shout out the guys on the YouTube side. Thank you very much. If you are here for the first time and you think you might want to come back, how about you subscribe to the channel? You can do it right. Well, I'm not sure exactly where you can do it because I don't have the actual YouTube up in front of me. But yeah, there's a subscribe button. So, you can click on the little icon in the corner, or just hit the big red button that says subscribe. I think it's red. Is it red? Somebody confirm if it's red. Got transfer window open. We've got a guy joining the club. I don't remember signing anybody. We must have signed him. We must have signed him back in the end of March. Unsold got this contract extension. Energy cut bus with a 4231, I believe. Rebel, thank you so very much. So we are back. We're not going to be streaming as often or for as long as I have been, at least for the next little bit. That may change. I honestly, there's a lot in my life that's up in the air right now. There's a good chance that, there's a better than good chance that's before the end of the year I'm going to be moving house. And that is a very, very good thing, but that is going to disrupt my life. I'm hoping to actually, if I can, to do it before FM32 comes out. But we'll see. Right now, the only news is... Oh, and by the way, did you see that there's an update for FM24? Because they lost... I don't know what team it is because I haven't done it. Because I don't want to have to reset all of my other shit. No, the background would be the same. It just wouldn't... Was it Man City? Are you serious? It was Man City? What's up? Hey, Saz, how you doing, man? It was they lost the rights to frickin' Man City? The team that was in all of the marketing materials for that. Ugh. Oh, I gotta read this. We're on the road to nowhere. That's ridiculous. Wow. I and you know what? Honestly, shame on Man City. I mean, come on. Like, what does it fucking matter? What, like, honestly, what does it fucking matter? No, it's not. But like, what are they really losing? Like what is it hurting them and their bottom line? They're not losing money. They're just not making more money. Like, just leave the old game alone. Like, they literally had to come in and go, you know, just, but it's free advertising. Oh, they are paid for the service. And I to a certain extent, I get it. So I used to do commercial traffic. Ooh, Circle Brugge. I used to do commercial traffic for radio stations at various points in the country. So it was my job to schedule the commercials. That's what commercial traffic is. You handle the commercials, the commercial log. Yeah. So what would happen is obviously we would sell out morning and afternoon drive time faster than anything else. And we'd get to the point like between midnight and 5 a.m., we didn't have much. Not a lot of people were paying for that time because of the obvious diminished audience during those hours. But we still needed to fill the time. So what we would do is we would take those advertisers. Now, we wouldn't say, oh, well, you know, I know you paid to be in between 7 a.m. and 9 a.m., but we're going to stick you at 3:30 instead. No, they got their 7 and 9 a.m., but those that took care of the station and spent the money on the station, we rewarded. They were the first ones that we would choose to give additional advertising to because it benefited us because we filled that time, especially if we were running, like, okay, this is going to date us for a while, but like, you know, when I was at one of the radio stations in Florida at night from like 10 to midnight, we would run Hannity and Combs. Like, it was a syndicated show, so there was X amount of space that we needed to fill ourselves. So we would put things in. And we didn't want to just run those, you know, drinking and driving PSAs. We, of course, would, because we had to play them a certain amount as well, but we weren't going to... We would give extra advertising to the people that paid for it first. Not for that time necessarily, but they paid the station for it, so we gave them extra bang for their buck. Yes, they get paid for their thing, but I mean, honestly, how many people are buying FM right now? How many people are actually paying for FM right now? And I think that something like this only makes Man City look small and petty. So yeah, SI screwed up. And the game is available for longer than it was supposed to be. But come on, man. Oh, I didn't know you could... Wow. But everyone's contract ended. So my guess is the reason why it is being removed is because it was either a stipulation in that contract or their lawyer said, oh, by the way, if you're going to continue to sell this game, you ain't doing it with us. And I'm sorry, in a way, that's kind of being a dick. especially because they're not like it's not like they're still running the ads with the Man City players. So we could change our, so avoid relegation. No, finishing the relegation playoff is our initial. Probably not. So originally we were finishing the relegation playoff, and this is what they gave us. If we avoid a relegation battle, we get another $250,000 in transfer budget, and a significant amount more. Now we are, remember, in first place. I think we can. I feel fairly, although it is still tight-ish. I feel fairly confident we can pull off a mid-table finish. Give us a little bit more breathing room. Not that we're looking to like spend money. I honestly don't know what we're going to spend our money on. And I'm saying, why is that so damn important? That's what I'm saying. We're going to confirm a mid-table finish. Dazari, Ruger, Malzahund, unsold, Quarshi. Is it raining? Like, I seriously think I just felt a drop of something. I mean, we do have a lot of guys who are kind of like fair to Midland here. Daniel Pulls is still only 19. He's made some nice progress since the beginning of the season. Well, okay, if you want to use that argument, then we need to fault SI. They need to create these contracts, or they should. I'm not going to say they need to. They're not going to frickin' listen to me anyway. They need to say that we're licensing you for this game. Not we're licensing you for this 10-month period. We are licensing you for this game. So as long as FM24 exists, you are licensed. Yeah, I mean, actually, you're correct in a way, but Sega's not controlling. SI is the one that controls it. Sega just yes, they own SI, but they're not. We just signed ourselves another striker. We bought him from Augsburg. I don't remember why. Okay. Hey, little sister. Oh, I think I unregistered a Poku because he was being an ass. Little things are starting to come back to me. Why we signed another striker, Oh, yes. That was the guy we pilfered from Augsburg. In which case, I'm fine with loaning out Jonah Clemens. How you doing, Oli? yeah, no, I remember. I just was like, because now I'm like getting to the point where I've got all my strikers going, hey, I want more playing time. So who do we replace? Not Maxime Brode. I think Maxime Brode has earned himself a very solid spot. In the starting rotation. I'm leaning towards Egloff because Egloff kind of annoys me. Not that he really did anything, but just like I get a feeling watching him play. Oh, I'm going to start him against Energy Kappas and Dynamo for sure. White Wedding. I think I do need to get a little bit more depth at center back. Maybe that's something that we target in this window. In fact, let's use the suggested squad. Except I want to put what's his name back in. I can't remember his freaking name. Kurt Ruger. Kurt Ruger. How tall is Oli Jan? 6'1". Yeah, all right. Bruckner seems to be more DLF kind of guy. All right, Oli Jan there. Oh, what song are we requesting? Not me. Just jumping in before bedtime, 4 a.m. You're tired. Thank you very much, Saz. I appreciate you popping back in. Good to see you again. Black Wedding from In This Moment. I wish I'd seen that before we moved on songs. That would have been cool if we got that in back to back. Why did I put it at the end of the queue? All right, it's coming up next after In Excess on Cellophane Radio. Jan to be unveiled by Munyai. Hopefully I'm not pissing off any members of my team with my responses in that press conference that I most assuredly was not reading. You should go to bed, man. It's 3 a.m. I don't begrudge anybody for actually going to sleep like a normal human being. I don't expect anyone to stick around. And I know it's been a lot of not playing matches. We only played the one. We're going to play one more. And then I think I need to go to bed myself. Again, I'm trying very hard not to overexert myself and not push it. I've just been so bad about that. As you guys know, I mean, there was one time I streamed for like 7 hours because I was determined to get to the end of the frickin' season or the end of the Champions League. Like, it was stupid. The things that I have done to my body at my age for you guys is frankly just criminal. Now, Augsburg wants unsold. No, I'm not blaming any of you. It's all my fault. And I kind of did too. So the funny thing was, like, for the first bit, I was still playing I was playing more FM when I took a step back from streaming and making YouTube videos than I was when I was streaming and making YouTube videos. And then I just, like, quit cold turkey. No! 3 to 4 weeks, Kurt Ruger's out. Although we beat Energy Kappas. They're not even in the league anymore? in game time, they're not even in. I believe they're a Drittliga team right now. So I've been debating whether to, and I got to figure out when I'm going to do this, because again, I'm trying to spend less time in this chair in general. I'm debating whether to bring back the Off of the Bottom series. And if I do, I have our next team already lined up, and I'm not super excited about it. Or I'm thinking about doing a youth only challenge. Not youth to goal, where you basically just buy these guys and sell them for shit tons of money to refund yourself. Like literally just a youth academy challenge. My only problem with the youth, and that's what I was doing. I was like kind of like testing out whether I could do a youth academy challenge, and oh my god, so I kind of fucked up my back the other day. Like I just something, and I'm still getting a little bit. Yesterday was terrible, but I am much better now. Like literally, I couldn't stand up straight. Like it would hurt getting up out of a chair, but me pulling my leg underneath just hurt. Actually, it hurt to wipe myself. That's how bad it was. I would reach back because I'm right hand dominant, and ugh. See, I feel like that would make it too easy though. I mean, because it's so easy to find young players that you can poach. Not for me necessarily, because like I forget to, look for things like that. So it would literally be you start with the team that you get. Well, but it leans into the stuff I like, which is just the actual playing of the games. But I mean, I hear what you're saying. So the big thing would be, putting the team in a position where you can. Well, I wouldn't sim them. I would still play the games out. Now, would I show each and every game? Absolutely not. It would definitely be. It would not be an everyday, like a video every day type of series. I have done in the past. Ask the agent. Say we're desperate. Doesn't matter. USA versus South Korea? Explain. Guibu Kamara. Friendly. So I did think about that. I did think about potentially doing kind of a Legionnaire type save where I could only sign players from a certain area. The only difficulty with that, for me, not that I'm poo-pooing it, actually it's the kind of thing that I'm thinking of, is it's difficult to determine what I would need to have a good enough idea of the geography. Like it would be one thing if I was doing, say, a Wrexham save where you only sign Welsh players. But I was thinking of, so my original thought in doing this would be doing a Viborg save, because I've got the kit, so I could wear the kit. I wouldn't wear the kit all the time, I guess. That would be kind of boring. doing like a Viborg save where I could only sign players. Obviously, if they came through my academy, it was a different story. But I could only sign players that were from that particular region of Denmark. Right. And that's the thing. And so I think I would leave that open. I'm like, I pick a league, not a league, but pick a country, pick a club, and try to condense as much as we can. Or try to like pick the right area where it's not too easy. Like if I was doing VBAR, I wasn't going to do all of Denmark, but I was going to do just the area that they are in, which I forget what it's called because it's been a while. So I looked, it's been a couple of months. Whatever that region of Denmark is, I was going. But then it's all right. So what's in that region? Now, part of me was going to do like only neighboring towns, neighboring cities. So, okay. So you're talking about some club in Paris, whoever they are, and only players who are from Paris. Now, is that Paris and suburbs? Or is it just this player must be Paris born? Like I guess Paris is I guess if you go with like a big city, like if I were to go with 1860 Munich, for example. Only players from Munich. It's a big enough city where you can reasonably believe that there are going to be a suitable number of players from. How did Jan do in that match? Have we even played that match yet? We have not played that match. Jan has not played a match yet. Iker Lasada is 28 grand. I mean, I want a little bit more depth in the midfield. Like, I'm not loving our midfield depth. I haven't been. Yes, do we have a decent number of guys who could play midfield? Well, actually, let's filter. Just regular central midfielders. So we have these guys who can play. The Svider is more of a defensive player. Raschel, who is in our starting lineup. Ruger is going to be our right back. Maximilian Henkel, who cares Landazuri, obviously a starter. Jonah Clemens. I mean, these guys are more strikers. Right, it's more. It's not about the city has to have X number of teams. It's the city has to be big enough to have X number of players, to have that player pool, that size of player pool. For 28 grand, I know he's 30 years old, but he loves the big matches. He speaks the language. It's amazing passer. What do we run? What is this? What are you saying? Accept and continue. What am I looking at? Paris second, Manchester eighth. Which cities produce the best footballers in the world? Yeah, see, I wouldn't do Manchester. I wouldn't want to do England. I'm gonna actually save this as a bookmark. Nope, we're gonna pin the tab. It'll stay there. I mean, you know me. Like I'd want to pick the most obscure team humanly possible. Like, no Paris FC. It would have to be like FC Arc de Triomphe or whatever. I don't fucking know. I know nothing about Paris. I've never been there. I'm gonna sign this Lazada guy. Although wage of 30 grand, I've got plenty of money. Do you like? What do you mean, like a rogue nation? So, like when I was trying to do the Viborg one, and they didn't get very far. The goblins? I kind of like that. Not gonna lie. I like the goblins. Their stadium is named after Pele as well. Oh, the Stade Pele. Oh, that'd be cool. Yeah, but then it's just like doing a build a nation. Like I wanted to do it where I could limit it to a certain degree. Like when I was doing the Denmark one, because they were in a different area, I couldn't sign a player who was from Copenhagen, for example. Like do Belgium, but only players from Brugge, for example. I'm literally just naming cities I know in Europe at this point. What the? I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of. Charlton AFC 75, thank you very much for subscribing to the channel on YouTube. I appreciate you, man. I don't know when you did that. It was like 10 minutes ago, I guess. Turkey, I believe, only like Turkey. Yeah, but then they, like, that's just like normal. I want it to be abnormal. All right, Patrick Dow. See, I may need him now. I've got Vespa. I've got Cobb. I really don't need him. Look, I'm not against it. I think that's actually a very good suggestion. And maybe open it up to discussion. And now again, people are gonna have to actually watch it if I do it. Oh, this is just for a loan? You don't know any cities? Oli! I'm disappointed with your training, my friend. Oh, God, Sasha. What is going on? Oh, it's that... See, it's the goalie who was bitching about playing. They can't even practice for real. All right. We've got one viewer. That's really all I need. Just don't do what Not Me doesn't watch on double time, because that actually hurts me. It's not the views, it's the time. And I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad. Dreams in which I'm dying. Yeah, I like blank on them. Name a city in Paris. In Paris. Name a city in Paris. Jesus. I know. I'm like, who's this Lasada guy? It's literally the guy I just signed. Is there room to register him? Oh, whoa. Spider, welcome him in. All right, let's get through this. Recruiting from the catacombs. Absolutely. I wrestle. Good thing about Italy, Germany, France, England, they're normally road names are actually placed in the UK. Yeah. And see, I know a ton of places in the UK. I just don't know where they are. Like, there are certain, like, I know where London is. I know where Liverpool is. I know where Manchester is. I know where Newcastle is. I know where Brighton and Hove are. I kind of know where Portsmouth is. Oh, we drew against Dinamo. But you know what? Dinamo are a Champions League side. This is the long way we're going around to find Dinamo. Like, they are in the Champions League. Well, they were knocked out in the third qualifying round. They're in the Europa League. But they started off as, I should play GeoGuessr. But then I'd have to, like, create a scene for my screen. Yes, Portsmouth is on. Oh, yeah, that's right. Bournemouth's on the bottom. I forgot about that. I know where Bournemouth is. Love. I know where Tranmere is. What was the score? Where are we? There we are. 1-1. David Arize scored. Still, look at this pass, man. Look at this. Look at this. This is what 32% possession looks like, my friends. 11 shots on goal. Only 3 on target, and we let 1 in. That's... GeoGuessr sends you through my files. Loads of places look the same. Yeah, I know. I mean... All right, let's get to the Werder Bremen match. And then I'm going to go to bed. What the hell was that? Oh. Pat Benatar, I want to say 1981, 80 or 81. Somebody look up when Hit Me With Your Best Shot hit the charts in the United States. Dominic Reimann. All right, Havelse is... Okay, so they're a worse team. So you would rather not be our backup. You would rather be the starter for this team. As long as they pay for you. Oh, man. That's a shame. Dow's moving out on loan. We knew that. Pretty sure 81. Yeah, me too. Hey, Google, when did Pat Benatar's Hit Me With Your Best Shot hit the Hot 100 in the United States? Oh, we were wrong.
Debuted on the Billboard Hot 100 in the United States on October 4th, 1980. It eventually peaked at number 9.
Now, it hit the charts on October 4th, 1980, but I'm fairly certain it made the top 40 in 1981. So I think we're both right. Oh, and by the way, Duolingo is getting pissed at me too because I have not yet extended my daily streak. You do 2 sessions of match tactics on the one day? I mean, I was. So I went to summer camp when I was a kid. Javelsi wants so they're willing to pay money for this guy, which I'll accept because he's a winger. Who the frick cares? So I went to summer camp from 1984 to 1988, and like those summers are so musically are so drilled in my head. I can name, like, if the song came out in the summer during those years, I pretty much know exactly what, like, I can picture where I was hearing those songs on the radio. So someone's going to need to remind me for the next stream because I really just want to get to the game. So we're not going to sign any players right now. I do want to add a little bit. We've already signed a player, so that's kind of like a little bit of a lie. I do want to sign another center back. What's the transfer thing here? Oh. Fine, go on trial, but what do I care? Your mom was born in the 80s? Shit, man, I was born in the 70s. I just realized the RW in RWS is also Rot-Weiss. All right, we've got Bremen coming up. Do we praise the 7? Yeah, we do. Chile, Sweden, and Honduras in the World Cup group. So are you the United States or are you South Korea? I feel like you said you were South Korea. Jesus, your dad was born the same year as my little brother. Although your mom is older than my littlest brother. Flash. Flash for fantasy. Flash. I don't know how you do it, man. Like, I just could not. Like, I only did the international management in this save because it gave me the opportunity to do a World Cup. Nobody? There is active interest from Duisburg, Asilia, and Holischer, and still I can't get anyone to make an offer. That's acceptable. I'm not got guys going out on loan. Fine. Young players that I don't think I've played yet. I mean, that's cool. I mean, I've never been to Asia. I've actually only been to Europe once. And I was in high school. Oh, for the love of God. I want to sign some depth at center back, but I'm not going to do it tonight. And Yannick Malzahund goes down. Well, you know what that means. We're just got to play Oli Girth. Oli Girth is going to get the start at center half. So it shall be. You're 1964? Australia Davis 1964? No way. You're seriously 10 years older than me, man? All right. Okay, who cares? Thomas Wachmuth. Again, Havelse just wants all of our players. You know, he's another winger. He can go. I don't care what I get for him. Ooh, this is a very long pregame press conference. Dude, my oldest son is older than you. My oldest was born in October 2001. Holy hell. I mean, at least you're over 18. I'm not like sitting here contributing to the delinquency of a minor, but you do make everybody feel old. Australia Dave is like, bah. You know, it's funny, Dave, neither did I. I mean, I love the music of the 70s, but I have distinct memories of like late 80, mostly 81 though, of truly being aware Did he just say girls got an ass like I've never seen? Your oldest brother was born in 99, second oldest in 2000. You're in 2002. You're younger 2004. What? You have siblings that are in the single digits? And not just in the single digits, like the super single digits. Oh, yeah, that's the thing that you want to make sure that you have correct. Holy hell. All right, we're going to do that. Ruger is not going to play because injuries. He's just recovering from an injury. In fact, I don't even want him on the pitch right now. Malzahund is going to come off. Oli Girth is in. Oli Jan is going to be on the bench. He's going to take the place of Egloff. Is it Unsold that I wanted to? None of these guys are really DLFs, are they? Maybe Brody. Let's do that. So, let's do this. Move Rashel back. We're going to play Iker Lozada. See what we've got in him. I want Puls to play. I want him to do that. I want Puls to be my left back. Nah, come on. We gotta go. We gotta go all girth. So it's Punov in goal. Puls, Quarshi, Girth, and Kaba on the back line. Rashel in the midfield behind Landazuri and Lozada. And then Unsold, Brody, and Jan up top. All right, we'll put Cole Andretta back on the bench. We'll put Chris Rausch on the bench. That'll give us another option at center back as well. Nick Svider could also play back there if I really wanted him to. 6'2". You know what? Let's not screw around. Svider is in. I trust Svider a little bit more. Let's be real. I mean, he started 12 matches for us. And again, Lilian Egloff has started a bunch too, but he's making his way from Oli Jan. What's going on? All right, there we go. Wait, how is down? What is happening here? All right, we're going to give squad numbers. We are auto numbering Lazada and Jan. Let's go, baby. There's Ryan, Luke, Henry, and George Arthur William. George Arthur William sounds like one of the English princes. I mean, the last four names were all names of English kings. Or, I'm sorry, those who have ruled what is now known as the United Kingdom. That's great, it starts with an earthquake. Birds and snakes and they were playing. Lenny Bruce is not afraid. I have a hurricane, listen to yourself, children, well, so needs them, I'm not gonna try to continue. All right, we are in control. We are in the white. Werder Bremen is in the... What color would you call that? Kind of like a greenish gray. Oh, turned over. Knauf. Sending it across Espria. All right, good recovery by... Wait, why is Girth in there? Did I not just replace like, what happened? I specifically put in Spider, did I not? How did that get reset? Pulls intercepted. Oh, nice drag back by Knauf. Don't see something like that a lot. Thrown forward. Kvarshi looking for Puels. Back for Kvarshi. Puels along that far sideline. Kvarshi. Raschel looking to pivot it forward. He's got it to Lazada, who will lose it on the heavy touch to Glimber. Or Gimber. Sent forward. Oh, there's Puels. Unsold dropping it down. Landazuri. Great touch. Over the top. Looking for Jan. Jan keeping it in. Reversing it to Lazada around the edge of the box. Pushing it deeper. Lazada. Nice back heel pass. Jan. Over to Raschel. Landazuri with a drive. And that's blocked by the defender. Beautiful ball work in and around the Werder Bremen box. See, I'm just loving the way that the players are moving the ball around. Like the work that the FM Match Lab has done is tremendous. And not that FM24 as a base game was terrible, but until you see people doing things like this, that you realize what the potential of Football Manager could have been, that was squandered. Your first album purchase was the 1980 Go-Go's Beauty and the Beat. Your first tape was a compilation of the best of 1979 songs, called 1979 Full Bore. 8 King Henrys, 6 King Georges, technically never been no, there has a Sebastian Diethelm is 4th of the year, puts Bremen up 1-0 at home. Yeah, there were 4 King Williams. No, there's King Arthur of Legend. King Arthur and Excalibur. World as we know it. All right, definite booze there. See if we can score off the free kick. Unsold, back post. Kaba keeping it in. Lazada. Out for Oli Girth, who should not be in this match, but he is. Lazada. Landazuri across. Puels. Everyone is like way out of position right now because of the set piece. Let's get reset, boys. Kvarshi, midfield. Gets through. Unsold. Out wide. Puels has a man on him. Finds Raschel again. Back for Kvarshi. Kvarshi looking for to maybe send it forward to a runner. Raschel around the side. He's got Oli Jan. Jan is in. And Oli Jan scores his 7th of the year. His first for HANSA Rostock, and 44 minutes in, we are tied at 1. What a sign. I mean, frankly, we've been getting goals out of whoever's been in this position, but Jan, great first touch, puts it past Andreev, and I think we're going to go into the locker room after 45, plus 2, of course. Tied at 1, unless Bremen can do something here. Diethelm back for Gimber, near side held into the middle, cleared away by Girth. Jan heads it forward, but Gimber back to retrieve in his own end. Karalev to Held. Held already on a yellow card. He's got to be careful. Around the side, he's got Aspria squaring it. Girth clearing it away. Aspria getting it back, handing it off to Helm along the near sideline, taking it deep, looking back post for Knauf. Kvarshi will deal with that. Oliveira has it now into the box. Knauf into the middle. Kaba heads it away, but Aspria settles it down. More pressure from Werder Bremen. They hit the post. Knauf, what a save! But Knauf was offside. Free kick. He's from Ely? Did not know that. It's Ely, right? So only the 3 shots on goal. Obviously, we were dominating possession. Things looking pretty good. Unsold. Maybe not. We're going to keep our eye on him and his performance. Everybody else has been pretty good. Ole Girth coming up pretty huge so far, as Werder Bremen is going to control as we start off this second half. As things stand right now, 5 points over Hertha Berlin. Well, I mean, it's English. It's not that hard. Jan, unsold. Nice first touch. Drops it back. Pules at the midfield stripe. Back for Kvarshi. Looking to his right, looking to his left. Sends it forward. Landazuri. Just building up those possession numbers. Looking for a way through. Lasada out wide Kaba. Ole Girth with room. Lazada almost closed down, but he got Landazuri. Over the top, he's got Unsold. Unsold's in, and Atreyev comes up huge. Makes himself as large as possible. And we've got a corner kick, which will be taken by Rochel. In near post. Oliveira can't clear it. Kvarshi out for Brode. Brode to Rochel. Kvarshi across. Kaba shoots and scores. First goal of the year for the right back, Ibrahim Kaba, off of the recycled corner. And it's Bremen 1, HANSA Rostock 2, 50 minutes in. I mean, great pass by Kvarshi, one time by Kaba. I think that may have taken a deflection off of Gimber. But either way, first goal of the year. Oh, I do too. I should have majored in history, to be perfectly frank. My mistake was, like, I took, like, any history class I took in college was just, like obscure world history. Landazuri unsold, blocked. Gimber clears. Finds Onyegbule to Knopf, and Werder Bremen controlling in the middle. Or a lawyer. My dad wasn't a lawyer, but my dad was a history major. It's almost... I'm fascinated by history. I can't remember it. Like, I can't remember the specific dates of certain things. Like, I don't retain that. Well, I do, but only if it's not important, you know what I mean? Unsold in. Kvarshi! Joshua Kvarshi! If I was a history major, I probably would have ended up going to law school, probably. And if I did, we never would have met. 1066, that was William the Conqueror, right? That was basically the beginning of England being the England we know today. Second goal of the match for Bastian Dahlheim. All right, let's bring Egloff in for Maxim Brody. I like the way it was. Daniel Poulos, why are you nervous, man? We'll bring in Alan Vespa in your place. And Nick Svider in for Ole Girth, which I was originally intending to do in the first place, and that somehow got screwed up. See, I've always been a huge fan of American Revolutionary history. Like that period. Oh, that's going to stay in. Held's going to catch up to it. Plays it. Diethelm shoots it wide. Blocked by Spider. 10 minutes left and a corner opportunity. Bremen looking to equalize. Kaba says, no thank you. Get that out of here. 3 wars happened back-to-back in 1066. Or as a result of 1066, I should say. All right, 5 minutes added on. We've played 2. Pass, not enough weight on it. Picked off by Kaba. Kaba carrying it up the right side, taking it wide. Looking to make a pass, a bit isolated out there. Lozada comes to help him out. Lozada looking back post, unsold on. Andreev can't handle it. It gets in the middle. Ilian Egloff picking up the rebound. His 7th of the year. One thing that I have noticed in this patch is that there are slightly more goalkeeper errors. Like, not stupid ones where guys are like, Ugh. Actually, that's not even an error. That was legit, man. The goalkeeper making the first save, it coming out, making the second save, but having to kind of go down to get it and deflecting it into open space. That almost looked like an error. Battle of Fulford, the Battle of Stamford Bridge, and the Battle of Hastings. Stamford Bridge was around all the way back then. Oh, by the way, guys, we won again. It's almost getting too easy. Oh, God, now I'm getting, like, specific notifications from Duolingo going, like, dude, what the hell? I have an hour and 16 minutes to extend my 134-day streak. Well, I guess I'm doing that before I go to bed. So, we are at the top of the table, which we have been. Hertha, Kaiserslautern, Hamburg, all with games in hand on us. But we sit on 41 points. The worst we can end up after this match week is still 4 points ahead of Hertha Berlin. I'm loving where we are right now, and I am loving the fact that as things stand, it looks like HANSA Rostock is going to be a Bundesliga team next year. Now, is there anybody who is... Oh, well, yeah. We're raiding Honey Badger. Had to be done. Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for everyone who's hung out for as long as you have. And this obviously includes Australia Day, but everyone who has hung out on the YouTube side, I appreciate really trying to grow the YouTube stuff, so I really appreciate it. I don't know why my chat's not showing up on the right-hand side here like it's supposed to, but whatever. Everyone, thank you so very much. I look forward to seeing you again. When that's going to be, sometime between now and the end of the weekend. It's all I can commit to right now because I just don't know. Jan did score on his HANSA Rostock debut. Oh, look, Gavin Brash is hanging out with Badger. That son of a bitch. Can't even come say hello to me. That's fine. We knew each other first, I think. Maybe I'm just being crazy. Everybody, I will see you all later. Thank you so very much. Take care. Say hi to Badger for me. Till then, bye-bye.